So, welcome back. Been a couple of days, but you know how it is. So, we're back on our watercolor pencil landscape here. Um, so, it's a little wrinkly, I think you can see, but we'll take care of that. Add a little more color up here in the sky, and it's a little washed out. I'll probably try to readjust my lights a little bit so that it's a little more closer to what I'm seeing once I get done with this. I did an evaluation, and I'm pretty happy with the colors I've got here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put in my trees back here. This I'm thinking is a little greener than what I want, so I'm going to have to blue this out. And this is just a little bit yellower than what I want, but that's okay because I really wanted this to look very, very sunny, which is why I wanted it to be so yellow. And I'm going to put some of my grass green over the top of it so it'll give it that little sparkly area going on back in here. And as always with a landscape, we start as far back as we can. So we start with the sky and we work forward. So each time we start with the sky and we work forward. But I'm pretty happy with the colors I have in the sky right now. Those are pretty close to what I'm thinking. I might make some changes as I go along. Of course, down in here, there's going to be a lot more darks. Down in here, dark greens to balance out this really dark section here. Because when you look at your image, the thing you have to do is you always have to figure out, okay, what is the darkest dark? And then you work backwards from there. And I did establish that right in through here is where the darkest dark was. And this area got a little bit away from me. So this, I'm going to have to work on making it not so dark. And then, here's greens are going to be popping up. And there's going to be some dark areas here, but there's going to be a lot of nice greens and darks running in through here. But as it comes this way, of course, we're going to be able to see more, more detail, because farther away you can't see as much, closer up you can. So that's what we're going to be working on today. We're going to start at the back and work towards the front. So got my image on my phone here so I can see it again, and so I can actually expand out and take a look at some of my details here. So as I'm looking here, I can actually see that this is got ridges in it. It looks like a planted field. So that gives me some more details. And look, it's all fuzzy back in here. So this fuzzy edge doesn't bother me quite so much. So I can be fine with that. And there's a little fence there. So I'm good with all of that. That's all thick stuff. And then over here next to where this tree is, it looks like more of a wheat kind of an area. So I can work in some more of those lighter stuff over here. Some like light tan stuff, okay? So that's what we're going to be working on. We're going to be expanding out some of our images here so we can see more details as we're working across, okay? And working on some of our color stuff going on. So here we go. So this, I'm thinking it's a little bit too almost, maybe this needs to be greener. That might help out. Give this a little bit more of a grass, and then maybe this won't feel so what am I trying to say? Feel so dark. So since this has got a texture going this way, so I've turned my paper and I'm running my pencils this way. So we've got this feeling of, that that texture of that planting going on. So we're going to go ahead and let the pencil marks kind of go ahead and show. So I'm moving these back and forth here, and I'm keeping my image up. I need to give myself more of a, yeah, and back over in here we've got a much darker little area here that kind of cuts through. Okay, so darken this area up. We want it to have that texture, and we're using the pencils. We're not fighting against the pencils this time around. Using the textures of the pencils to actually help us get what we're looking for. Okay, so there's that. That's kind of helped us out a little bit, kind of moving us that way. And let's see, I've got a little yellow ochre. Oh, that's what I need. So here we go. Over here, going to be putting some of this tan that we saw. And again, I'm kind of fuzzing it up gently to give me the idea of that textural grass I saw back in here, right? I'm not making big strokes, just little fuzzy things. And then down in here, I'm giving this bright yellow a little more of a yellow ochre, which is what this is. This is my yellow ochre. So I'm giving it a little more of a yellow ochre color to it. Kind of help out, keep that sunshine going, but also keep that little grass tuft head feel going to it. You know, because while it's sunshine, we still understand the grass is kind of a what am I trying to say? Got that seed head thing going on, and we see that as a brown. Let's see, where does this come in at? Here it goes. Goes this way. Okay, so we're redefining where these kind of dips are. Where the land, so I can come back through and re-darken in here and kind of reform the land. I lost a little bit of the land contours back in here, so we need to reestablish those contours again. And again, way back here, it's not really a whole lot of detail. You're not getting all the detail back here. You're just getting large, colors, masses of colors back in these areas. So we're just moving this along here. Okay, and then just rolling it here. And then this edge kind of so this kind of bleeds into this. Okay, so let's get back to our dark green. How's that? Yeah, that'll work for us. Okay, so in this area back in here, we need to reestablish where this edge is. Where this first dip of this land goes to. Okay, here we go. Goes down this way. There we go. Okay, ba-doom, boop-ba-doom, ba-doom. Yep, kind of lost some of my definition back in here. There's a little grouping here. So let's split this off this way. And then it goes down this way. There we go. Bring back my yellow. So I've reestablished this little mound here. And now I'm just doing that little wispy thing, sweeping them up, not so much making them squiggles as just wispies. Does that make sense? I know I use such terribly technical terminology here. Okay, so now we've established this. And now we come back up this way. Okay. Okay, and then that's the real dark stuff right there. And then we'll do this here. So can you see how I'm kind of reforming the side of the creek here? Reestablishing how this creek goes. It got away from me a little bit. So here's this here. Then I'm going to do some stuff over here. Right now I'm just trying to establish where the tops are. Kind of recut in the banks there. Okay. Terribly sorry if I sound like I've been smoking. I haven't. We've got a couple of bushes that are blooming in the yard, and I always sound like I've been smoking and okay, so let me get out this product because there's something I want to do here. Now, my paper is completely dry right in this area. And what I'm going to do is I am going to, if I can get this to work, here we go. Try not to poke myself with this. Okay, this is a fine line resist pen. So resist is a product that you can put down. It's used in watercolors, and we can use it in watercolor pencils too. So you can put it down, and it keeps the watercolors from going underneath of it. And you can use it at any point and at any time. So I've got some color here that I like. So I'm going to put this resist on so that I can keep those really nice colors underneath and I won't lose them. So what I'm going to be doing is going to use this. And it's got this really nice little needle point there. And so I can get it into very nice little detailed areas. I used to have to use, a brush for this, but this is much nicer because I always fouled out my brushes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to actually give and I got it all over me, to put on the little highlighted foxtail, you know, the little seed pods for the grasses. So I'm just going to, and I'm not pressing down real hard, it's just coming out really nice, making nice little fine lines, okay? And I'm paying attention on my image as to which way the grasses are going and which way and I'm trying to randomize this, trying not to go in one direction because all of this area is going to be a lot darker when I get done with it. So I want to preserve these nice light little colors I've got bouncing around here. So I'm going to be doing this. And then there's an area on the other side that I wanted to do this to also. Let's see. Over in this area too. And over in here too. So I might go ahead and do this offline so that you're not sitting here watching me make little bloopers. And then I might do some up into the grass, highlighted grass areas too. The thing is with this is that you put it on when your paper is completely dry. You then wait for the resist to dry completely, and then you work your paper. You can leave it on until the very end, and then you can take it off. But when you take it off, you also have to make sure that your paper is completely dry. Okay? Otherwise, if you deviate from those rules, your paper will rip. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break while I make little seed heads here, and I will bring you back when I'm done with doing this. Okay? See you in a minute.